Hey everyone, my name is Sara. I'm a sports and fitness instructor here at the Edmonton Garrison. Today's fitness session, we are going to be using resistance bands. I've got two bands here with me. The red one is a 15 to 35 pound band, depending on how hard you're pulling on that band. The more stretch, the more weight that it's going to be giving off. The black one is 25 to 65 pound. If you have either or, whichever one works for you, just try not to use one that is too heavy for you right now. We are going to be doing a full body minimal equipment workout. So just these two bands is all you're going to need. Grab some tunes. Make sure you review the disclosure at the beginning of the workout. You can also read through it at the bottom of this video in the comments section. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, make sure you hit those notification buttons, and let's get to that workout. All right, we're gonna start a warm up here, quick warm up. High knees, marching on the spot. So bring those knees up. All right, switching it to butt kicks now. Make sure you're not bringing your leg up, you're bringing it back. All right, slow it down, drop it down to plank. Wide step those feet, hips up to the air, toe tap, back down. Two more per side. Step it back up. All right. Wide step here. Lateral lunge. Stay low. Open up those hips to the other side. Back up. And reverse. Again. And again. One more per side. All right, step back lunges, 3 per side. One more. All right, make sure those arms are warmed up, arm circles going back, 4, 8, 2 more, and forward, 10. Keep it going. All right. Now from here, hinging at the hips, arms straight down in front of you, open up that chest. Other side. Keep it going. One more per side. All right, if you need a little bit longer of a warm-up, feel free to keep it going a little bit longer for some of those exercises. Otherwise, we'll get into our first workload. All right. Grab the band that's appropriate for you. I'm going to go with a little bit of a lighter one, so that 15 to 35 pound. I'm going to step into that band. We're going to do overhead presses. So I'm just going to stand to the side here, squat down, make sure you got good form as we move, squat up, okay? And then you're going to press up overhead and out. Make sure that core is tight, you're not arching that lower back. So 10 of those. halfway. Two more. Last one, nice and stable. All right, bring it back down. So squats is next. So squat down, you're gonna bring that band to the back of your neck so it's kind of coming across the front of your shoulders here. Good form for that squat. And stand it up. So 10 of those. You may have to move the band out to the side a bit. Keep breathing. I think I got 3 more. And last one. All right. All right, so that next one, wide step those feet. So we shorten that band a little bit here. Grab onto it. We want your arms so that they're equal distance from the midline of your body. Tight core, watch that your back's not arching, and then pull that band up and back down. So 10 of those. Nice tight core. And 6, 4 more to go. All right. Next one, keep your feet in the band still. And we're gonna pull up on center. Deadlifts for these ones, slight bend in the knees, neutral spine, tuck that chin, core tight, and pull up. So 10 of those, nice and slow. If you need a little bit more resistance, just separate your hands more. Nice slow and controlled movements. Halfway. Keeping the hands close to the body. Last one. All right, drop it down, short rest here. We're gonna repeat that round. Grab some water if you need it. Otherwise, we're gonna go back into those overhead presses. So we can get prepared for that. Stepping to the side for you as well. All right, we'll get going in 9 seconds here. So give you about a 30-second rest between rounds. Going back at those overhead presses, squats, upright rows, and deadlifts. Okay, all right. Squat it down. Get into position here, up over. So get those arms into 90 degree position, up overhead, press out. Tight core, prevent that lower back from rounding. Two more. All right, lower it down. Squats are next. Bring that resistance band to the back of your neck. Stand it up. All right, nice squats here. 7, 3 more. All right, so hinging at the hips to release that band into upright rows here. So position yourself. Nice wide stance feet, shorten that band a bit. So I got tension at the bottom. Shoulders back and down. Core is tight. Prevent that lower back from rounding. Separate those hands and pull up. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, going on to deadlifts. Loosen that band between your feet. So we're hanging on to both ends of that band. Squat it down. Lift it up, hinging at the hips. And back up. Space it out if you want a little more resistance. Halfway, 5 more. All right, drop it down, shake it off, take a little bit of a rest, grab some water, we'll move on to the next round. All right, I'm gonna use both bands this time. I'll show you when. I'm gonna start with bent over rows. So lay the band out parallel each side, step onto it. We wanna loop on either side of the foot, hinge at those hips, shoulders down and back, and we're gonna row. So 10 of those reps. Step your feet a little wider if you want a little bit more tension. Halfway. Two more. And last one. All right, drop it down. Bicep curls. So standing on that band again, feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Bend over, grab that band. We want to make some loop handles here. All right, so grab onto that, stand up. You want tension on that rope, curl it up, and go. You got tension all the way to that top of that movement as well. So nice control movements, tight core, halfway. All right, drop it down. We're laying it down on the ground for this next one. I'm gonna grab that heavier band, going across my back here, just under those shoulder blades. I'm also going to bring the band under my armpits. Plant my feet on the ground as well. Grab that band in my palm. All right, so arms out at the sides, tension on that band, press it up to the sky. 10 of those, nice and slow and controlled, so we get that proper neural control and muscle recruitment. Maintain control the whole time. That's 5 more. Two more. And last one. All right, drop it down. You can also use that to modify push-ups, to add weight to your push-up by strapping the band around your back, hooking it in your hands, and pushing up that way. All right, standing it up, going back to that lighter band. You're gonna have to do a little bit of a lighter one for this one, just because it's a little difficult to get that band up there. Stepping onto that band with that right heel, make sure you plant that heel so that band doesn't come back up. I'm just gonna turn to the side, grab onto that band, into that tricep extension here. I got that staggered stance, tuck my rib cage down so my core is tight, and press up. So 10 of these, nice and controlled. Halfway. All right, just drop it down if you want, otherwise slow release back down to the ground. Give yourself about a 30-second rest here. If you need a little bit longer, that's fine. Feel free to pause it. And then we'll repeat all of those one more time. Starting with those bent over rows, grab that band. We'll move into that positioning slowly here so you have a little bit of time to rest. Again, feel free to pause it. All right, hinging at the hips there. Shoulders down and back, head in line with the rest of that spine. Slight bend in those knees and roll it back. Halfway. Two more. All right, drop it down. Going into that bicep curl. Just a little bit wider than shoulder width. Bend it down, hinging at the hips always. Hook grip. Or I guess, sorry, get those handles, is what I mean. All right. Make sure it's even from both sides. Stand it up. Tight glutes, tight core. Curl it up. Again, nice and slow and controlled movements. We don't want these bands pulling you around. And this is 8. 2 more of these. All right, drop it down. Going back down to the ground, chest press, kicking that out of the way. Back to that heavier band. Cross the back. Underneath the arms. Plant those feet. Press it up to the sky, nice and controlled, all the way back. halfway. We're not speeding through these. We're nice controlled movements. That's 8. 2 more. And last one. All right. Whew. Standing it up. Tricep extensions here. Last one before we hit that cool down. All right, hook that heel on, plant that heel, bring it up and around. All right, and press it out, tight core, staggered stance. Seven, 2 more, last one. All right, drop it down. Don't get rid of these yet. We're gonna use them in the cool down. Grab some water, do what you need, and meet me right back here. All right, benefits to these bands is not only can you use it for your workload, you can use it during your cool down as well. So let's lay down onto our backs. Make sure you drop that head on the ground, knee up to chest, bring that band under your foot, straighten that leg out, slight bend in the knee. So this gives you a little bit more control without having to touch those toes. Pulling that leg, getting the stretch in the back of that leg there. You can bring that band closer to the mid front of the foot to get more of that calf stretch as well. We're going to hold it there and just breathe. All right, we're going to stretch our abductors on the outside of our legs there. Using the band to control that movement. Try to keep both hips on the ground to maintain that stretch. All right, slow release. Bring your other foot in. Switch sides, slight bend in that knee. Bring that toe forward. Get that stretch on the back of our leg here. All right, bringing it out to the side. Keep that hip on the ground if you can. Resistance bands have so many uses. There's so many different kinds of exercises that you can do and all sorts of different types of training that you can do. This workout just touched on the very basics of what you can do with resistance bands. They're very affordable and cheap, and they don't take up much space, and you can use them pretty well anywhere. Those are some of the main benefits to training with resistance bands. All right, bend that knee, bring that band off your foot and leg back down. We're gonna lay on our side here, stack those hips, straighten that knee if you want, and we're gonna open up our chest and face that wall or whatever's on this side of you. Make sure to keep breathing while you stretch as well. Ten more seconds here. All right, nice and slow release. Back onto our backs, switching sides. Remember to stack those hips. Cactus that arm, 90 degrees. Open that chest up to the sky. Let the gaze follow your hand. About 5 more seconds here. All right, bring that arm down and back slowly. Back to the front here. Bring those knees back up. And we're gonna just drop them to our sides. Stretch our hips out. All right, nice and slow, bring one leg in at a time. Sitting it up, turning it over. All right, sit back on those heels if you can, hands to the sky. Stretch those arms out in front of you. Drop that head down. We're going to take our hands and then point them over to the left so we can get that right side stretch. Center, other side. All right, nice and slow. Bring that right knee up. Drop those hips down onto your forearms if you want, or you can drop it right down to the floor. All right, nice and slow release. We're going to switch sides. Drop those hips down, slide that leg back. Either onto your forearms or drop that forehead right to the ground if you can. Try and push that hip down to the ground. Keep breathing while you stretch. All right, we'll come out of this position. Thank you for joining me today on my resistance band workout. I hope you took some extra information out of it today and got a little bit of sweat on. Check out our YouTube channel again. Make sure you hit those notification buttons, and we'll see you next time.